For the last 2 years, everyone has been asking the same question. How do we make AI smarter? People obsessed over writing better prompts. Then they moved on to context engineering. And now, there's a new buzzword spreading through Silicon Valley. Harness engineering. OpenAI is talking about it. Anthropic is building around it. Software engineers are debating whether it's the future or just another hype cycle. But here's the strange part. After generating nearly 1 million lines of production code, OpenAI didn't conclude that they needed a smarter AI. They reached a completely different conclusion. The model wasn't the biggest problem. The system around the model was. And once you understand why, you'll realize harness engineering isn't really about AI at all. It's about something much bigger. When ChatGPT first exploded onto the scene, about to change forever. Social media was filled with headlines like, "Developers will be replaced." AI can now write entire applications. Prompt engineering is the most valuable skill of the future. And honestly, it wasn't an unreasonable prediction. Large language models became incredibly good at writing code. Need a Python script? Done. A React component? Done. An API in Nest.js? Done. For the first time in history, software could be generated by simply describing what you wanted. It felt like programming had become a conversation. But something interesting happened when companies started using AI in real production environments. The AI could write code. But writing code was never the hardest part of software engineering. Real software isn't just code. It's testing, security, monitoring, team collaboration, maintenance. And that's where reality started to catch.
Imagine hiring the smartest software engineer on Earth. Now imagine giving them no documentation, no project manager, no Git repository, no coding standards, no testing framework, no deployment pipeline, no feedback. Would they succeed? Probably not. Not because they aren't intelligent, but because intelligence without structure creates chaos. That's exactly what OpenAI discovered. The AI wasn't failing because it lacked intelligence. It was failing because it lacked an environment designed for success. And that's the moment everything changed. Instead of asking, how do we build a smarter model? OpenAI asked a completely different question. How do we build a better workplace for AI? That question gave birth to a new way of thinking. Most people explain harness engineering with complicated diagrams. Let's make it simpler. Think about Formula One. The fastest engine doesn't always win. Championships are won because of the entire system. The engineers, the pit crew, telemetry, race strategy, communication. The car is only one part of the equation. Today's AI is no different. The language model is just the engine. The harness is everything surrounding it. Planning, memory, permissions, tool access, testing, logging, monitoring, documentation, architecture.
Feedback loops. In other words, harness engineering isn't about making AI smarter. It's about building an ecosystem where AI can consistently succeed. It's the difference between hiring a genius and building a company where that genius can actually thrive. When OpenAI allowed AI to build real software, they noticed something unexpected. The model rarely needed more intelligence. Instead, it needed better feedback. So they connected AI to the same tools human developers use every day: browser testing, application logs, automated testing, performance monitoring, Git repositories, documentation. Now the workflow looked completely different. The AI writes code, fixes the code, runs the tests again, repeats the process. Not because someone told it exactly what to fix, but because the system continuously provided feedback. In other words, the harness became the teacher.
Anthropic approached the problem from another angle. Instead of building one super agent, they created a team. One AI plans the project, another AI writes the code, a third AI reviews everything. If the reviewer rejects the work, the coding agent improves it, then submits it again. Sound familiar? It should, because that's exactly how high-performing software teams already work. Harness engineering isn't inventing a new process. It's teaching AI to participate in one that humans have refined for decades. Here's what I think most people are missing. Harness engineering is not the next revolution in artificial intelligence. It's the next evolution of software engineering. For years, we believed progress would come from building smarter models. But the biggest concern, the future isn't just about intelligence, it's about systems. The best AI won't necessarily win. The best designed environment will. And history has shown us this pattern before. Great software engineers don't succeed because they're the smartest people in the room. They succeed because they're supported by great tools, clear processes, reliable feedback, and well-designed systems. AI is beginning to follow the exact same path. So, perhaps the biggest breakthrough isn't that AI is becoming more human. It's that we're finally learning how to build workplaces where AI can work like the best human teams. Which leaves us with one fascinating question. Is harness engineering the future of AI? Or is it simply the bridge that AI becomes truly autonomous? Only time will tell, Beth, but one thing is already certain. The companies that learn to build great systems, not just great models, will define the next decade of software engineering. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe for more deep dives into the future of AI, software engineering, and autonomous systems. Thanks for watching,